Hansel and Gretel.
A poor woodcutter living near a forest had very little to feed his wife and 2 children. The boy was Hansel and the girl was Gretel. Their stepmother thought they ate too much. One morning, when their food was almost gone, the stepmother shook them awake very early. She took them very far into the forest and told them to search for firewood. She had a plan. "I'll come back later to lead you home," she lied. She left some bread for them. The children worked hard gathering armloads of firewood. Then they rested and ate their bread. After waiting a long time, they fell asleep. When they woke up, it was very dark. Gretel was frightened. Hansel said, "Don't cry, I dropped a trail of pebbles on the way here." They followed the shiny pebbles and found their way home. Their stepmother was not pleased. The next day they went further into the woods. Hansel dropped breadcrumbs along the way. But when Hansel and Gretel looked for them, they were gone. The birds had eaten them up. After wandering for hours, the exhausted children slept under a tree until morning. They walked until they found a house made out of cakes. "Oh, what a wonderful treat this will be!" cried Hansel, clapping his hands eagerly. "Let's eat." "I'll start with a window, and you can taste the roof. It's gingerbread," said Gretel. Suddenly a quiet voice called from inside the house, "Who is that nibbling at my house?" The children stopped eating as a very ugly old woman hobbled out. The children gasped and trembled with fear, but the old woman just smiled sweetly at them. "You poor dears," she said. "Come inside to eat some dinner." They followed her into the house. But she was really a wicked witch who used her house of sweets to catch children, to eat. The witch locked up Hansel all alone in a little room. Gretel cried and cried for her brother. The wicked witch told Gretel, "Enough. We must fatten up your skinny brother before I eat him." Each morning, the witch said to Hansel, "Stick out your finger for me to feel." Hansel knew she didn't see well, so he cleverly stuck out a little bone instead. He was too thin. Days passed and the witch grew tired of waiting. She told Gretel to prepare the oven for baking. The witch said, "Feel inside and see if it is hot enough yet." "But how?" Gretel asked. "Watch," the witch said, sticking her own head into the oven. Gretel quickly shoved her inside. She ran to free Hansel. They took witch's treasure and set off for home. On the way, they met their father. He had been searching for them since their stepmother died. The children gave him witch's treasure and they were never poor or hungry again.